Hey everybody, so we're quickly going to go to some of the top 10 crypto assets and kind of determine where our supports and pivots are. So that way you keep in mind whether if you truly believe in a specific project, then you can keep those points in mind and keep the technicals and the fundamentals in line, and then gives you a bit of a comfort to DCA into some of these projects as we go through them. So Bitcoin has been breaking down, as I had highlighted before. We had that top wick right around that 49,000, and ever since we've been on a downtrend. We do have buying blocks that are sitting right around that $37,000 area. So that area, my area number one, is actually around that $38,000 area, 38 to 40, and that is the reason for that is that we had that area has served as a resistance for quite some time, right around that November December time. We hit that couple of times before we hit that explosive move to the upside. So that area is going to serve as your primary target support number one. And then we do have order blocks around that 35,000, and ultimately we have order blocks around that 27,000 mark. I doubt it'll get to 27,000. I think in worst case scenario we could hit that 30,000 mark or 31,000. So I'll just highlight that for you guys. So this area is a very good strong buy zone in my opinion long term. If you remember, short term, we're going to have volatility up and down, either to the upside or to the downside, but that really doesn't matter if you smooth out over 4 or 5 years' time. So watch that go down to that pocket of support, and then that's not a bad idea to DCA into. So next thing we're going to take a look is as ETHUSD. ETHUSD has been breaking down. So we're going to watch that trend line right here, the yellow trend line. So if that yellow trend line does break, I am expecting ETH to fill into that support pocket right around that 1900 to 2000 area. That's where most of our buyers are sitting as well. So that area will serve as a good support, and also has been previous resistance in the past. So you could really buy off of that area with a better risk to reward ratio. Okay, so we're going to take a look at. Remember, guys, if you want these charts and these analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this account with everyone. I do my best to kind of update you guys on these charts, the areas to watch, both crypto news, fundamentals, and technicals. So this is a good source for you guys to keep in your back pocket as you invest in crypto assets. So we're looking at Solana right now. Solana, that 85 area has served as a good support before. And we also had this wedge that we broke down off of. So the area that I'm looking at is around that $70 area. We'll look on a smaller time frame to see if there are any order blocks. Yeah, we do have order blocks around that 72 area. So those will serve as a good support. I am expecting worst case scenario for Solana to be around $60. So that's a really good risk to reward ratio to get into. And remember, if for a long term horizon, 2 to 3 years, these are really good opportunities to buy off of. So don't panic when there's sell-off exacerbates. Just relax and then find your gold gems. Find the crypto assets, find the projects that you truly believe in, and then kind of figure out where your risk to reward ratios are. Kind of figure out where your support and your resistance are. Kind of figure out where your order blocks for either buying or selling are, and that'll kind of determine whether those areas will serve as a good support or not. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna take a look at is Avalanche. And Avalanche also broke down the support that we had in place around that 30 mark. And so Avalanche, I'm expecting to go down to that $25 area. That'd be a really good risk to reward ratio. Worst case scenario, $20 would be absolutely golden opportunity to buy off of. It's a really strong project. They're doing a lot of things with Gamify. They're doing a lot of things with DAO. They're doing a lot of dApps. So it's a good project to keep in mind. I do think they really have a good, bright future. So it's one of those top 10s, top 15s that I genuinely do like for a long term. And I think they do have long term prospects. So keep that in mind as you invest. And remember, this is not a financial advice. It's up to you to figure out where you're, how much risk are you okay with, where your risks are, and then kind of use that to determine what your investment strategy should be. My job here to kind of give you the fundamentals of some of these projects and then give you some of the technicals, whether either to the buy side or to the sell side. So do with that what you will. This is not a financial advice. It's just my opinion and kind of giving you guys levels to buy off of or sell into. So keep that in mind as I go through the rest of the, you know, rest of the altcoins. And remember, if you guys have any question regarding any of these stocks or any of the crypto assets and you want me to do any fundamentals or technicals, just put it in the comment and I'll do my best to get back to it. Okay. Thanks, guys. And we'll also take a look at Cardano. So Cardano is also falling into that support pocket, rather at 45 down to 46, 48 cents down to 45 cents. So it's not necessarily a bad support area to buy off of, but I would not necessarily get into it right now because if Bitcoin keeps selling off, then my realistic target for Cardano would be right around that 40 cents. We actually don't have a whole lot of buy orders. Let me take a look on a bigger time frame. Yeah, we really don't have a whole lot of buyers. We have some buyers around that 25 cents mark, and we have some buyers around that 10 cents, which I doubt will go down to 10 cents. But just keep in mind, anything could happen in crypto assets. These are very volatile. So invest with caution, please. We'll take a look at Matic as well. Matic is there truly not really any support in place for Matic that I have or anything right now. I think that 70 cents to 75 cents might serve as support, but I doubt this will hold. So I'm expecting Matic to drop down to that 60 cents mark. And then that'll be followed by a bunch of order blocks. And then we have some order blocks around that 50 cents, which would be a good zone to buy off of as well. But watch that 54, 56 area to see if that serves as support because uh, it'll also be a good idea because we have this trend that's been in place. So it'll be just another bounce off of that trend. But if that trend does break down, then all bets are off. I think we're going down to that 30 cents area. But I doubt that'll happen. In case if things get really bad, that's your target as well. So keep in mind on that. Okay, let's take a look at XRP. The same exact thing, guys. With most of these charts, they're all breaking down. They're all going down to their primary supports, which is understandable because if Bitcoin goes, remember, Bitcoin leads, the rest of the crypto assets will follow. Whatever move that we have on the Bitcoin, either to the upside or downside, those moves are magnified in altcoins. So it's to be expected to see that kind of pullback. Okay, so something else that we're gonna watch is Say, and Say is also breaking down. We do have a bunch of order blocks sitting around that 45 cents area. It'll be one of those areas that I'll actually start DCA into as well. I would love to buy somewhere around that 40, 43 cents. So it's also something to keep in mind. We had a huge pop to the upside all the way to 89 cents. So it's expected to kind of have that kind of pullback, especially if Bitcoin is selling off hard. So keep in mind in that. We're also going to take a look at Doge USD, and Doge had a relatively strong day today. And that being said, I think there's something going on with Elon Musk and Dogecoin that he's trying to incorporate that into um, the Twitter payment system. So there was a lot of buyers in that area, and that 0.5 cents area has served as a really strong support going back all the way to 2019 or 2020. So I'll keep that in mind as your worst case scenario. That around 4 cents, 5 cents area is a good mark on Dogecoin to buy off of. Okay. If you guys have any specific charts that you want me to take a look at, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and put that specific altcoin in the chat below. And I'll do my best to analyze and then give you my feedback or my opinion and thoughts on that. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks, everyone.